The film we're reviewing this morning is Convoy. The film itself isn't that strange. It is a relatively straightforward action road movie. What is strange is that this film is based not on an original script or even a pre-existing novel or short story. It's based on a song by country singer C.W. McCall, which was a trend that was running around in the 70s. For reference, see Harper Valley PTA. The film is directed by legendary director Sam Peckinpah, he of the Wild Bunch fame, and it stars country singer, not C.W. McCall, but Chris Christopherson, in one of his fairly early acting roles. The hero, as we stated earlier, is played by Chris Christopherson. He plays a legendary trucker by the name of Rubber Duck, who is used to dealing with the corruption along the road by various police officers that he runs into. The primary villain is said corrupt police officer, who is played by Ernest Borgnine, with relatively convincing menace. This is the acting chops of both of these guys in this film are fairly high for the type of film this is. This film is very much overacted for the type of film it is. The performances are greater than the script that they're working with. The supporting characters include Burt Young as Pigpen slash, I forget what his other name was, but he's known as Pigpen because he's hauling pigs, and the other trucker, Spider Mike. And for obstacle characters, secondary villains, henchmen, you just have a bunch of other relatively nameless policemen who are working alongside Ernest Borgnine's character to capture these truckers as they move across the American Southwest. The film basically begins in earnest when the trucker characters get into a big knockdown, drag-out brawl with the police officer characters, leading to them having to escape. And thus begins the original convoy of a bunch of truckers trying to get away from the cops. And as the film progresses, this convoy snowballs as more and more truckers join the convoy for various reasons of their own. Some of them actually have political statements that they're trying to make. Some of them are just doing it for the heck of it. And thus the bulk of the film begins. The upside of this film, as I mentioned earlier, most of the actors in this film are acting way above the weight of the script. They're much better than the material that they're given to work with. And to be fair to the script, the dialogue itself is actually fairly clever and fairly good. We'll get to the downside of the script in a minute, but the dialogue and the acting are superb. Most of the directing is very good. This is Sam Peckinpah, after all. The casting is obviously brilliant, including Ali MacGraw as the love interest in the film. And the film is very influential. Without Convoy, we never would have gotten the Clint Eastwood two classics, Any Which Way But Loose and Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can, and thus we never would have gotten the much less classic television show BJ and the Bear. The downside, however, is the story doesn't go anywhere. It's not a bad story, but it doesn't have... the story kind of avoids having any kind of political weight. And in fact, that's actually one of the points of the story, is that everyone wants to know why these truckers form this convoy, and since everyone has a different reason and most of the reasons don't agree, the film doesn't actually make a point other than that there is a convoy, and generally speaking, cops are bad. The movie is very anti-establishment, and it's meant to be. This is the 70s after all. Overall, the other downside. The downside is the action in this film. And I know what you're saying, what you're thinking. Sam Peckinpah, the action should be on the plus side. The problem is this film suffers from being existing in the same era as the Burt Reynolds road movies like Gator and White Lightning, and of course Smokey and the Bandit. There are there was too much pressure to make the action sequences funny and goofy when the rest of the film was decidedly not. The rest of the film plays very much like it's a serious thriller with serious tones, and then the action begins and everything is slow motion, and there's tons of gags in the fight scenes, and there are a lot. The music during the fight scenes is essentially country banjo music, which is meant to lighten the tone and make it countrified goofy, and it is really out of step with the rest of the film. They really would have done better to just let Sam Peckinpah be Sam Peckinpah and let the action be gritty, because the rest of the film is. And if the action was gritty, this film might have been a 5-star 1978 movie. As it is, it's still, I'm going to give it a solid 4 stars because it is a very good film. It's still entertaining today. And so 4 stars for Convoy. I'm just as surprised as you are. Thanks for watching. It would be awesome if you could hit the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithms work. And subscribe if you haven't already. I know more people are watching than are subscribing, and that's a problem that all of us YouTubers have. And it helps the channel grow if you just subscribe, because you get more subscribers when you have subscribers. That's just the truth. And also share. For goodness, share it with your friends. This way more people see the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.